What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a blessed Wednesday if you're watching this. Before I get into today's video about Triple H admitting that he's colorblind and he only sees talent. Alright? Just want to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. Now at 179 subs, just 21 away from 200, and once I reach 200 and drop that 5 through 10 favorites of all time video. Right. As far as this week, I miss Raw, I miss AEW, and yeah, I'm probably gonna skip it. To be honest, because I don't feel like watching this shit, man. I really don't. Alright, I heard Raw was atrocious, and fucking not much happened on AEW, some goofy shit, so I think I'm good. Alright, I was busy yesterday, I was helping out a friend. Alright, so that took priority, that took precedence over that bullshit on AEW. And fuck NXT, so I don't give two fucks what happened. But I will address something that happened on the show in my community post. Alright, something that I called back months ago. Not to toot my own horn, but I called that shit right down the fucking middle. Alright, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, that's enough about that, I digress. Let's get into this video. Alright, apparently the Croc Triple H did a press conference or a media scrum that they've been doing, try to copy and imitate or mock AEW for some fucking reason. Alright, or maybe it's just Triple H, he just can't get enough of the spotlight. You know, his face has to be plastered every fucking where that's associated to WWE, because it's the Triple H, the Paul Levesque era. Right. Says some comments about the lack of black representation on these pay-per-views, these PLEs that are supposedly premium, but ain't shit premium about it. Alright. He said, I don't see the difference in anybody. I don't see the color. I don't see nationality. I don't see any of it. I just see talent. I don't see the difference between men and women. I see talent. We tell stories with those talents. How can they handle those stories, and how can he represent those stories, and how we can bring those stories forward. So I don't keep track of any of that. I do what's relevant and what's best, and the best in storytelling and what's best being delivered. The best. That's what goes. It's no different than the men and the women who main event. Whatever the biggest stories are, that's where we go. Oh my, oh dear. Just like, if I'm like TKO or like Nick Khan, like, how can you not look at this dude and be like, what a complete retard? Like, why would you say that? Alright? It's like, you don't see color. So you're colorblind? Is that what you're saying? I mean, that sucks. I mean, like, that's pretty shitty. Sucks for you, pal. Which I'm not going to focus on him being colorblind, because I've done that in other videos. Alright? From Mr. Blackface himself, Mr. I want to act like a gorilla, to Mark Henry, Mr. I flat out buried Booker T at WrestleMania 19 in a racist ass storyline that called for Booker T to go over at the end, but he said fuck that. Alright? We all know about that. What I want to focus on is the talent that he says. I only see talent. I said, okay, you see talent, huh? This statement says a lot, right? That he only sees talent. Now, take a look back at all the people that were released this year, alright, under his watch. Alright, I can't blame Vince, he's been out the picture, he's fucking done. Croc says he only sees talent. But yet, that's telling me that he sees no talent whatsoever in the almighty Bobby Lashley. That's what he's saying here. Because I'm like, you have nothing for him. Apparently he's not talented. You had no stories for Bobby Lashley. Couldn't have him go up against Gunther. Couldn't have him go up against Braun Breaker. Couldn't have him going up against Cody Perez. Something. No, you said fuck that. Fuck this bum. Get him out of here. He sees no talent in MVP, Mr. Montel Vontavious Porter. You know, one of the best managers that you fucking have on your roster, that you fucking need, because half these people have no fucking charisma at all, right? We could have MVP fucking manage Obafemi when he gets called up, all right? Or put him back with Omos, who's been MIA for what? Fucking since his WrestleMania match against Brock Lesnar? Like, yeah, so apparently you don't see any talent in Omos, who's over 7 feet tall. You don't see any talent in that. Okay, I got you, Triple H. You don't see any talent in one of my favorites, Xia Li. Alright, first Chinese-born wrestler in your company. And you see no talent whatsoever. No stories to be told with Xia Li. So you pack her ass up and get her out of here. You don't see any talent in Cameron Grimes, huh? Fucking Raw desperately needs fucking Cameron Grimes. Raw or SmackDown. I don't watch SmackDown because fuck that. You already know. But for Raw, they could definitely fucking use Cameron Grimes to the moon. He be going after fucking Jey Uso right now for the IC title. But nah, you don't see any talent in Cameron Grimes, huh? You don't see any talent in Von Wagner. Might as well just call him a Von Job Wagner. Because he was starting to get pushed in NXT as a babyface. People were starting to get behind him. He had a good powerbomb on him. You know, he loses to Braun Breaker, and then that's it. Like, just, what the fuck was the point? Alright. To this day, I don't know. You don't see any talent in Tamina. You know, who's literally in the bloodline. You know, can it add her to the group? Could it be like an enforcer? Or especially this fucking new trash ass version of Bloodline. They could have had her fucking as an enforcer. Bring in her, have Rikishi as a manager. There you go. Now you're cooking. But nah, you had no plans for Tamina whatsoever. No stories to be told for Tamina. And you see no talent in, was it Indus her names with the Maharaja. Don't hinder Jinder Mahal. My nigga Veer Mahan and Sangha. You didn't see any talent in any of these three men. They didn't even give them a fucking chance. They had no creative for these guys at all. Could have been a semi-serious, heel Indian faction on Raw or SmackDown, but nah. You said fuck that. Get these guys out of here. Now let's talk about the talent he does see. He sees talent in old Cody Perez. You must see talent in this guy because you're trying to push him as the face of your company. Even though Roman Reigns will always and forever outshine Cody Rhodes. And you got idiots talking about he's better than Cena. Motherfucker, he's not even better than Reigns. What the fuck are you talking about? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, but yeah, you see talent in Rhodes, but yeah, you want to latch him back onto this fucking tired ass played out bloodline story that doesn't even need him. Alright, he's a champion. Alright, so why don't you focus on him defending the belt on the SmackDown roster? Right, you have guys like Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, you have Giovanni Vinci. Who else is on there? Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews. Why aren't these guys going after Cody fucking Rhodes? Because you don't see any stories to be told with those guys? Is that what you're telling me? Fucking stupid. Alright, he sees talent in Zoe Starks. Clearly one of his favorite pieces of ass on Raw. Alright, but has no inkling on how to get this woman over. Doesn't know what the fuck to do with her. And that's why she's being relegated to being a complete and utter jobber. Right? He sees talent in Bronson Reed, the top dog. Which I do agree with that. I see talent in Bronson Reed, but they're gonna fuck that up and they're gonna feed him to Seth freaking Rollins. Alright, who else? Karrion Kross, who a lot of people talk shit about. I like the guy, always have. I do see talent in Karrion Kross, but again, he doesn't know what the fuck to do with Karrion Kross. That's why people don't give two fucks about him. Who else? DIY. Now I see talent in Ciampa, but as long as he tag teams with fuckface Gargano, he will never make it. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I don't know. That's just how it is, man. I don't know what to tell you, Tommaso. Like, just, he's dead weight. Drop kick his ass to the curb, man. Keep him moving. You gotta trim the fat. All right, and that's a whole lot of fat keeping you down, my guy. All right, who else? He sees talent in Candice LeRae for some reason, as I heard that she's now the first women's speed champion. He has this woman going over on Io fucking Sky. Out of all the ladies, man, the Croc says, who should we choose to be the inaugural women's speed champion? Candice LeRae or Io Sky? I think it should be Candice LeRae. Has been signed to the company for 6 fucking years. Hasn't done a fucking thing. And she wins her first title on Twitter /X. I'm sorry. That's funny to me. That's hilarious. Like, why this? Yeah, you see talent in Candice LeRae. I got you. Okay. Who else? Pete Dunne. Now, I do see talent in Pete Dunne. Now, if you were to ask me in like last year, the year before that, I would say get him out of here. Pack his bitch ass up. But this year, he's impressed me. I'm not gonna lie. I became a fan of this YXB Pete Dunne. Right? But the thing is that he has a hard ceiling, and that ceiling is like the Intercontinental United States Championship. That's his level. That's his peak. Right? I for damn sure don't see him being the world champion. Even though he is a workhorse and he's been busting his ass this year, at the end of the day, he's a jobber. He dropped out to Trick Williams, he dropped out to Sheamus, and that's it. that's it for Pete Dunne, man. He's like mid-card at best. So, that is what it is. He sees talent in Tyler Bate, who hasn't done fuck all, alright, since NXT. He's called up to SmackDown, they bring him back to NXT because they had no stories to be told with Tyler Bate. Okay, yeah. I see that. That makes sense, but he had no stories to be told with Tyler Bate, then why the fuck's he there? I could see Tyler dominating in AEW, right? Like, that dude should be the TNT champion right now or some shit like that. That's where he needs to be. I think that about covers all of his favorites, at least from his NXT black and gold kiddos that he's like enamored with. But to focus on the PLEs themselves, alright? This is the fact that these past 3 PLEs that he's been booking, there has been no black male talent on any of these shows. Like, he's basically telling you, I don't see any talent in the street jobbers. Because you got Montez Ford, alright, and I like both these guys, I like Montez and Angelo. But you know, this company, they can only choose one. Alright, they can't push both these guys. Nah, they can't coexist. Not in my world. So, out of the 2, push Montez. Alright? People want to see this man succeed. They want to see him get pushed. They want to see him go after some singles going, for fuck's sake. Alright? But they have no stories for Montez Ford. They damn sure don't have any stories for Angelo. So, whenever the Street Profits break up, and it will break up. Alright, that's it for Angelo. that's for fucking Triple H is in charge. Yeah, it's a done deal. Alright, you got look at Apollo Crews. Alright, this man had 2 great gimmicks. He had the Nigerian Warrior. You know, they could have done something with that. He was the Equalizer in NXT. Another good gimmick. Alright, and they have no stories for Apollo Crews. He got nothing for him. He doesn't see any talent in Apollo Crews, except for being in a random ass tag team with Baron Corbin because they're both bald. That's what they have in common. He sees some talent in Carmelo Hayes, but as a mid-card jobber, because it's unfortunate for Carmelo is that his lack of height is a detriment to his career. So he has to work twice as hard than his peers. Like, I see people talking about Carmelo. Like, I guess he had some segment with Andrade. He pulls up and he was like, yo, put the fries in the bag. You washed. You know what I mean? Like, he said that to him. That's hilarious. Right? Like, that's the shit he needs to do to get over it, man. But do I see the Croc putting the world title on Carmelo Hayes at some point? Nah. I don't see it. And the main problem I have with these pay-per-views, these PLEs, these premium live events, you know, even though they're worse now than they've ever been before, and now they're overcharging ticket prices. The problem I have is the fact that there's only 5 matches on these pay-per-views. All right, to me, a pay-per-view should have around like 7 to 8 matches. All right, that's like the sweet spot for me. You know, 12, 14, that's too fucking much. You just like that's fucking AEW territory. Right? Don't fucking do that. All right, just between like at least 7 to 9 matches on a card. All right, that's what I like to see. All right, and that gives more opportunity for other wrestlers to be on the fucking card. You have the Croc trying to book these fucking PLEs like it's TakeOver. Like, motherfucker, this isn't NXT. Alright? And which is overrated as fuck anyway. I'm tired of all this fucking praise that this motherfucker gets for Black and Gold and how successful it was. Well, a lot of the talent that got pushed are not even here anymore. I'm like, Undisputed Era, they're gone. The fuck out of here, man. So much fucking glazing. Not only for the Black and Gold era, but for Triple H, and acting like he was the main contributor to his success. You also have to give credit to people like Fit Finlay, William Regal, Dusty Rhodes, Cerro Del Rey, Nick Densmore. Like, Triple H, to me, he's like the figurehead of NXT. He probably did little to nothing for the overall product, but he takes all the credit. You can see it now on fucking main roster. This dude has to be everywhere. Every photo op, fucking every new title change, every fucking backstage interview. Like, this dude's fucking everywhere, man. He's a junkie for the spotlight. Can't give it up. So instead of trying to pander to black people by bringing in degenerates like Sexy Red, you want black representation? Here's Sexy Red. Who, mind you, this motherfucker doesn't even know one song from Sexy Red, let alone 5. Yeah, but he thinks bringing Sexy Red, that's gonna do it for black people, right? And it'll work for some, because they're that fucking gullible and stupid, but not for people like me. I see what the fuck you're doing, or you can bring in all these rappers, and you're gonna have fucking Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi be the host, even though they should be wrestling on fucking PLE for Bad Blood, huh? See right past your bullshit, my guy. Oh, what we got? You don't see any talent? And Naomi, even though she went out, had a fucking great run in TNA as a knockout champion. But you bring her back, you make her a fucking jobber. Right? You have no stories to be told for Naomi, except for putting people over, like Tiffany Stratton, huh? Apparently, you got no damn stories for Bianca or Jade. Like, these two don't fucking wrestle. Like, what the fuck is with these champions? Their talent that they just come on the show and they don't wrestle. Like, they wrestle once in a blue moon. It's just lazy ass garbage booking is what it is. And I already see the glazing going on in defense for the Croc. Alright, talking about how, oh, you can't be racist. What are you guys talking about? All you Black Lives Matters people just bitch and complain. Alright, look, we have 2 black females right now as tag team champions. We had a black man in the show at Bad Blood, but what more do you people want? God, shut the fuck up. And this goes out to all the retards out there that can't understand the notion that there are black male wrestlers that aren't given the same opportunities to succeed. Why is it that I'm seeing memes of Cody's dog Pharaoh getting more airtime on these PLEs than the black male wrestlers on both Raw and SmackDown? And if the Croc who really sees talent as he proclaims, and he will give people like Montez Ford a singles push. He'll give people like Apollo Crews a singles push. He'll give someone like Santos Escobar a singles push. You know, you could have gave him the United States title, but nah, you said fuck that. Let's give it to Logan Paul. You give Dragon Lee a singles push. You know, he's supposed to be the next Rey Mysterio, but yeah, he's being relegated to this jobber-ass faction of the Latino World Order, as says Simon de la Raza. You know? And if he sees talent in Xavier Woods, then this inevitable heel turn will end with him finally winning some world title gold around his waist. Because you made Kofi Kingston a champion, even though it was supposed to go to Mustafa Ali, but he got injured. And, you know, he had it for 6 months and jobs out to Brock Lesnar in like 2 seconds. You gave the belt to Big E, who also had a garbage championship reign, got fed to Roman, and then drops the belt to Brock as well. right? So hell, if you have Xavier become the World Heavyweight Champion, you have Brock Lesnar come back and squash his ass too, thus completing the burial of the New Day. And eventually, when WWE decides to have a show in Africa, most likely they'll go somewhere down to South Africa, to probably like Cape Town or Johannesburg, and they're going to hit up Justin Gabriel to main event that show. Whatever the fuck they decide to call it, I don't fucking know. Like, you say you don't see color, you say that you don't see talent, and that you're there to tell the biggest stories possible, huh? Is that correct? All right, well, I see a roster full of talent that ain't being used, especially the black male wrestlers. Like, that shit ain't gonna fly with, oh, we have a token black world champion here, 5 years later we have another token black world champion for like a couple months. It's as simple as this. The way that you try to force push this overrated jobber, Cody Perez, Cody Banks, Cody Monet, you could literally put Montez Ford in his place and he will do 10 times better as the face of the WWE. Because people are tired of the bullshit. They're tired of the horrendous booking that your talented wrestlers on your roster are getting, especially your black male wrestlers. Like, how the fuck is R-Truth not a world champion at this point in the WWE? It's fucking insane. Alright, and don't get me started on the Asian wrestlers, because why in the fuck is Shinsuke Nakamura not a world champion at this point? And I just named two talented wrestlers who have garbage, trash ass booking. Because in 2024, under the Paul Levesque era, we see more consistent booking for fuckface Gargano, Pete Don't Call Me a Jobber done, than guys like R-Truth and Shinsuke Nakamura. Insane. And they wonder why their ratings will continue to dwindle and diminish over time. It's because your product 110% absolutely unequivocally fucking sucks. I'd rather watch Don Morocco eat a box of fucking Dunkin' Donuts than to watch this garbage that happens on Raw. Because in the WWE, we tell the biggest stories. So, you're trying to tell a story with the stud line, yeah, the pure fusion of jobbers. Alright, that's your attempt of telling the story. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, to anyone who's watching this, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the WWE is doomed. It's over. It's like Damian Priest always says.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
So yeah, that's all I gotta say about this bullshit, man. Like, I have absolutely zero trust in Triple H to do the right thing and to actually put forth a good product. None whatsoever. He sucks. Alright? Like, he ain't cooking shit. Alright? So, but let me know how you guys feel. Alright? You guys think that he is cooking and that he has some grand old plans for some of the black talent on the WWE, or just talent in general? Or do you think that he fucking sucks and he's going to continue to push his black and gold NXT kiddos because he doesn't know any better? Let me know in the comment section. But love it, hate it, come subscribe to the channel. It's all the same to me. I'm going to keep on doing this shit regardless. Alright? But I do want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys, whether it's positive or negative. And I know I'm going to get some negativity in the comments. I'm expecting that. And expect to be roasted back. Alright? Especially if you say some retarded shit. Yeah, some of these comments I see, I'm just like, you can't be fucking serious. I mean, you gotta be out of your rabbit ass mind to say some dumbass shit like that. Alright, but I digress. Alright, but as far as the next video, I'm gonna drop in the video for AEW's new Hurt Syndicate. Alright, I'm gonna discuss and break down how I will book the Hurt Syndicate in AEW. That'll be next. Alright, so I wasted enough of you guys' time, so with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, trust in God. I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.